So while we are waiting for Anthony, let me give you an introduction about this tech talk. So, few months ago, LovesCloud, DevOps and cloud company, we prepare, we provide consulting services, product and solutions in the field DevOps and cloud. And then we work with a lot of professionals, in the company, outside of the company, who are doing like really, really good thing in their area of expertise. So we have had these tech sessions with CTOs, with solution architects, with founders, who work with cloud, who work with security, or work with cloud management. Last month we had a session on artificial intelligence, like getting started with AI on Azure, which was a very, very interesting session by of our based out of UAE. And this time we are hoping to have another very interesting with Anthony, who runs a startup based out of Portugal, with an amazing product. So I'm hoping that he should join us. Let us give him another few minutes or so. So if you are interested in speaking at this, do this once every 2 to 3 weeks. So I think for the month of December, this is perhaps the only one that we will have. We will have the exactly after a month or so, where we again, would bring a senior professional, uh, and the idea is to share our insights, learnings, share our resources with the broader community. Right? This is a free event. We do not charge anything for it. It is organized by LovesCloud, the entire team, the design team, the marketing team. And then we go out, we with some professionals that we have been working with, and then the idea again, as I mentioned, uh, is to share the knowledge with the broader community. Okay, so you know what? Let me just start, and then once he joins, then we can perhaps swap. So there were two items that we wanted in the particular tech talk. The first one was Anthony's product. He has a startup where he does the cloud benchmarking. So his product does a very interesting benchmark for all the cloud platforms, not just AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. I think he has more than 20 clouds, where you could get like a price, performance, data, the comparison, uh, and you can fetch it through a console, or you can fetch it through API. Amazing work that his product, and I really wanted him to show that product, show that data to all of us here, so we can find out how we can use in our use cases. So if I am an enterprise, my pre-sales team is going to love it. If I am someone who is spending a lot of money on cloud, and I want to add something or move somewhere to another cloud, I may really use his product for the benchmarking for all the data. So His company's name is Cloud Mercato, and then if he joins, we would love to have him show his product. For whatever reason he did not join, let's move to the phase two. Phase two is where I would be talking about PowerBoot. So as I mentioned, LovesCloud, based India, founded in May of 2018. We are a cloud and DevOps organization, born in cloud, and we provide product and consulting services and solutions for cloud and DevOps. So, when we talk about DevOps, we mean, CI/CD automation, we mean containers, we mean infrastructure as a code. And then we also work extensively with cloud computing. So, on AWS, Azure, Google, you name the use case, we have worked on it. Maintenance, MSPs, cost optimization, security audits, backup and disaster recovery, automation, access control, pretty much everything. Serverless is something that we've been working on in production for the past few years. The entire we work with, they have more than 4 years of experience, running serverless application in production. And off late, for the past few months, we have started working on data science use cases as well. And we do this for customer, and we also do this for our product. So PowerBoard is a unified cloud management platform. For all of you who are in, you're working with cloud computing, you must be knowing that all of the major platform, they are inching towards 200 services on their platform. And imagine if you are on a multi-cloud architecture. So let's say, I'm sure most of you must be aware, there was an outage at AWS, uh, I believe late last month. And then there were a lot of talks about multi-cloud. So imagine you are on AWS and Azure. I think you are dealing with close to 400 services. 400 services. Now, even though you are not using 400 services, let's say even though you are using, let's say, 30 services, you would be having these questions, right? Uh, how much money can we save? That's the first thing that hits, after few quarters. So if you're an enterprise, I think first quarters, 3 or 4 quarters, I think your CFO won't you, or your VP would not bother you. I'm pretty sure after that, they would start getting bothered by that fluctuating cost. Then there will be a CISO, CISO's office, who would be wanting to know how many security issues are open, how many have we closed, what is the severity. So do we have like a P1 for a security? If we have, let's say, 20 or 30 items, are they low severity? And similarly, there would be compliance folks who would be talking to you about, let's say, Azure security benchmarks, or maybe HIPAA, or maybe NIST, right? And if you are a cloud, professional cloud consultant, it kind of becomes overwhelming to manage your cloud, right? And I kind of put few polls on LinkedIn every couple of weeks, or once in every 3 weeks. And recently I asked them that, hey, is there, how many people work for cloud cost optimizing your organization? And then I gave them 4 options. The first one was, one person. Second option was 2 people. Third option was one entire department. I have seen that. I will talk about that. And the fourth option was, I don't know, or maybe no. And interestingly, the decision or the result was kind of a split. So there were responses that said that there is an entire department working, which I believe, I was personally very happy to see that. But then most of them, they said just one person working or two people working, or I don't even know. And that is very true, because cloud management as such is not the any of the item in your roles and responsibility. And doing it continuously and actively is even more difficult. So how do we manage that? How do we take care of that? Use 30 services. How do I manage cost? How do I manage security? How do I compliance or governance for those 30 services, which may be spread across AWS, Azure, maybe G. And that is where PowerBoard comes in. So PowerBoard is a multi-cloud management platform for Azure and for AWS. It helps you to manage and optimize cost, security, and compliance for your cloud platform. Now, interestingly, Gartner has started publishing a cloud platform quadrant last 2 years. So in 2020, they published the second version of that report. And they say cloud management platforms enable organizations to manage multi-cloud services and resources. So they acknowledge that with the flurry of services, uh, there will be an opportunity for organizations offering cloud management platform to ensure that all these companies that are using cloud management, cloud computing, they can manage these, because it really becomes difficult to work manually. And I will show you some data points that will tell you that why it is not feasible to do those things, right? And these are certain questions that you can have asked. And then what exactly we do, I will talk about that as well. Of course, these are certain things that show you. The whole idea is we will walk you through the cloud management platform for about another 6 7 minutes, and then I will take you right to the product demonstration. And that is where if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask it. We also have our team on standby, so what you can do is you can put your questions in the chat window, and they will either answer there or they will ping me and I can answer it right here. Once we are done with the tech talk, perhaps in another 25 minutes, then what we can do an open house sort of thing where you can unmute yourself, and then you can ask Jen as well, right? And then we will continue the session long as anybody has any question. Okay, so now a couple of things I want to share at a very high level. And this is one very important slide, which essentially talks about what exactly is there in this platform. So now there are two cloud platforms that are compatible. Azure and AWS, a huge number of services that we cover, a lot of modules we cover. We focus on three things as of now. So there is a cost. So we do cost management, cost optimization, cost reporting, cost visibility. So we do that. Then there is a security. We are doing a lot of work on Azure security, on AWS security. We give you a lot of data. And then third is compliance. So we do a lot of compliance management as well. What compliance we do, I will show that when we do a live demonstration. Applications, it is available as a web app. So you have a dashboard, you have recommendation, you have multi-user management. It's a team product, because we always believe that cloud management is not one person's responsibility. So if you see here, I mean, cost, a CFO office would be very interested in cost. A compliance management office would be very much interested in, hey, how is the compliance looking? CISO office or security office would be interested in the security details. And then of course there will be management, so CEOs would be there, CEO would be there. Then there would be project managers who would be wanting to know, how am I doing with my resources for my project? And that is where, if you see the integrations at the very end, we have integrations of teams. So most of our customer who use Azure, they actually have Microsoft Teams. And then we simply integrate PowerBoard with Microsoft Teams, so they don't have to come to Microsoft, to PowerBoard, to check what is going on. All the data, all the information, all the reports are directly given to them in their communication channel, right? So we obviously have alerts and notification reporting, so on and so forth. Now, this is another slide that I really want to talk about. See, one of the challenges of cloud management is lack of cloud professionals. So if I were to, onboard 20 cloud professionals, let's say in 1 month, it is kind of a very task, to be very honest. Uh, you might get people who have certification but very little knowledge, and I think that simply makes job very difficult. And a product manager is not expected to know how to log on to console, go to some report, download the data, and analyze it on your own. And that is why we created PowerBoard as a no code platform. I'm sure most of you are aware of the no code revolution that is going on, right? And the idea is, you give the power of technology to everybody who doesn't even know how to code in that particular language, right? So coding doesn't become a barrier for you to take benefit. Yeah. So use it without any cloud skills. You do not need a cloud skill. So a CFO can come here and say, hey, this is something wrong. We try to give all the data in English rather than using some jargons. And like I mentioned, your teams can use it on they can put the data in their Slack channel, right? And then what you could do is, like, you can optimize cost, you can reduce security or reduce security vulnerabilities from the first month itself. And that is a very, very important thing. The idea is democratize cloud computing for everybody. You don't need cloud skills to manage cloud. And I really think that's a revolutionary idea. That is why the cloud management platform such as PowerBoard is going to become your go-to for managing cloud. Okay, so how it work quickly? We take like a read-only access of your cloud account. We have our own engine. We call it a PowerBoard engine. I told you that we are using lines. So we work with at a very high level. There are approximately 10,000 data points we collect every 6 hours from your cloud. We go over that data, and then based on that data, we give you all the recommendations, reporting, visualization, so on and so forth. Okay, so think about it: 40,000 data points processed in 24 hours to give you something. Now, doing this manually, I mean, that's really, really kind of a difficult thing to do. Okay. Okay. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. So today I'll be showing Azure, but I really want to add something. So I spoke about how we are doing security, right? Uh, and we are using, for example, 4,000 security checks for your AWS account, all the resources that you are using. And we do this every right? So 24 hours, we have done, like, we have ingested 16,000 data points to assess security posture of your account. Now imagine doing this thing manually. right? And that is where the race between, a manual effort versus a cloud management platform, it kind of grows really well. So on the left hand side, if you see, we are using Azure Security Center. Now, those who are on Azure, you must be knowing that Azure Center is a paid service in console. With PowerBoard, you get it for free. You don't have to pay extra. So and then of course, with every threat we give the categorization, we give the remediation steps. All right. Yeah, this is what I was talking. So yeah, let us go to our console, and I will show you something. Let's see. All right, if you have questions, you're more than welcome to ping me over here. Okay. And let's see. So this is our dashboard. You can see that this is our dashboard for PowerBoard for Azure. Yeah, you can see here that it was updated about 2 hours ago. And on the left hand side, you see the navigation bar. There are way too many things which obviously we cannot put in a very short of 40-45 minutes. I will walk you through a few things related to related to security, related to compliance, like what we spoke about. Now, this is where, if you see, you get all the data. You get information related to cost. So you can see that the cost till date, cost for the last month. You can see the machines, how many virtual machines they have. And you can also see the secure score. This is what I was talking about, the Azure Security Center. So I told you that this is a paid service. If I click here, with PowerBoot, you get it for free, right? You do not have to pay anything extra. And this is where, oops, just bear with me. Let me just unshare. I'll share in a sec. And if you have any questions, you can put it on the chat window, please. Okay, so I am back. Let me just share my screen again. Sorry about that. Okay, so if I click on secure, this will take me to a page that is Azure Security Center. So you see here, I already got a security over here. And this is Azure Security Center in a nutshell. So we could see that there is like a 49% security score, which is depending on how you. I personally think that with 51 high severity, I think that really is not a very good thing. So, and then you of course have activities as well. And this is where you can see all the items that are applicable, not applicable, with score, without a score, uh, over here, along with the security recommendation. And if you see here, there are high, recommendations. And then here you could see those recommendations as well, along with, what are the remediations, right? So this is what I was talking earlier. You could very well, you can check all the security and it gives you for all the subscriptions. This is the data for one subscription. Similarly, if you scroll down, you can see all the unattached sources. You can see all the recommendations. So these are your advisor recommendation. Click on details. You see this, I see all the recommendations for cost, security, performance. And for this customer, for this account, three, but there are like two more. There is an operational excellence, and I think there is one more. So you have all the information right here. Similarly, if I go back and I scroll down, I also have policy compliance assessment. I can very well go it from here. So this is what I was talking about earlier. So this is the most loved feature. You could see that these are different benchmarks. So HIPAA, Azure Security, NIST, CIS, MS, Azure Foundations. And then this is where we are doing the checks. So you could see here that these are very easily close to 2000, right? And these 2000 checks performed every 6 hours. And you have all the details as well. You can see everything, all the information, all the issues related to this. And in the next release, we are adding a report options. So you will get for every screen, every single screen that you have, you will get a report option, and you can very well download that as a PDF or as an Excel. Okay. So most of we want to know how much money we can save, right? And you see here that we have $518 simply by getting rid of some unattached disks. These disks could be converted into a snapshot, or these disks could be deleted depending on whatever customer wants. And you save like $500 per month, which translates to $6,000 per month. And if you think about it, that's almost 4 days cost that these guys are incurring. Yeah. So very, very interesting stuff that we give you over here related to the savings, the cost, the optimization, the yeah. Any questions? Please feel free to ask me any questions that you have. Okay, so is virtual machine. Now, most of us, we spend 80%, approximately 80% cloud spend on virtual machines and on storage. Okay, and this is that we give you amazing data related to your savings, how much money you can save on your machine. Now this cost optimization is different one that we saw earlier of that 500. Here it says that you could save $26,000 if you do some reserves, and it does you the information for reservation, right? You see here there is a 1 saving and then there is a 3-year saving, and it gives way too much detail, way too much data about how you can save money, how you cannot. And now imagine this man is spending $15,000 per month, and if we do just this thing, close to 2 months of billing is the money that they are going to save, and that is a huge amount in my opinion. And that is the beauty of using a cloud management platform, because it is constantly working for you. So you don't have to log into a cloud account every day. You don't have to employ people. You could simply go and check. You can schedule notifications, right? And then it's for you. Okay. Now another thing that we want to know that what is it that I am using. So there is something called inventory, and then inventory essentially gives you all the resources that are present in your account. So you could get like the virtual machines, you can get the restores points, you name it, the disk extensions, virtual machines, everything that you could think of, it is available to you right here and right. Okay, and then of course, as part of the security, as part of the governance or compliance, you can also see how many users, IAM users you have over there. And I think this particular account has a permission denied, like we did not give this permission. Otherwise, you will see here all the information. Okay. So, and then of course, there are recommendations as well. And then user management. So organization, user management, resource utilization, we'll keep it for the next time. We are already 32 minutes in the in the tech talk. If you have any questions, I will be more than happy to answer any questions. Please feel free to put your questions on the chat window, please. Okay, so if you do not have any questions, I can then wrap up this thing. What you could do, you can always clear. Let me just share my screen one time. Okay, so this is our PowerBoard website. So loves.powerboard. You can take a look at and you can obviously contact us. It has all the informations related to features. You can always email us if you have any questions. You can start your 14 days free trial, right? By clicking this button, and we will get back to you. You have all the features that are available to you as a paid customer. You have other features for your free trial account as well. And then you can contact us through our LinkedIn, through our social media handles such as Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, so on and so forth. This is our main site. We have some amazing content over here in case of in terms of blogs, in terms of case studies. So loves.cloud, you can simply come over here. If you want to know more about us, you can already always send an email to the deck that I have presented. This deck will be shared to you. If you have any feedback, please let us know. If you want to, this video will be uploaded to you, so you can always give us some suggestions over there as well. Once again, thank you very much for joining. I sincerely appreciate you taking out time from your busy schedule and joining us for this tech talk. Thank you very much. Bye bye.